And happy Wednesday. Boy, I hope this is right. Normally, Vince is here to straighten me out and throw some kind of happy morning, afternoon, evening, morning. I don't know, whatever it is, but
It's
unfortunately,
because
Vince is not here tonight. But we do. I have some people here. Guest of honor, or is it the maid of honor? No, guest
uh,
of Freddie Mac is here. He
he's the
is in the
prettiest
house.
guy in the room.
The partiest guy in the room, and we are it's his party, and he's going to cry if he wants to. That's
That's
right.
exactly
But
right.
We're gonna make him cry.
that's right. We are here tonight to celebrate Freddie's big accomplishment in ham tubing, which is it's pretty good.
Boy, howdy. It's something. I tell you what, I just didn't anticipate all this, but I don't know who does.
I tell you what, when you find a thing, whatever that thing is, and people in the community are interested in it, you become that community expert. And I think that's safe to say that Freddie Mac is the ASL All Star ham VoIP extraordinaire.
Boy, and I tell you what, just when I thought I had everything figured out about ham VoIP, which I didn't, by the way. I thought, man, I'm doing pretty good. I had a lot of help, a lot of people helping me out along the way. And then June of last year, ASL 3 comes a calling. And I'm like, holy smokes. It was like I was a elementary kid all over again with just a little bit of knowledge. And I tell you what, it's been a freaking madhouse race to learn it all. Man, and I still don't know it all. There's a bunch about All Star Link that has yet to be conveyed by my channel. And when you see it, it'd be like, what the heck? I didn't even know they did that with All Star Link. But yeah, it's been a wild, wild ride.
Mm.
But this journey has introduced me to all of you. Now I haven't got to meet Jeff in person yet. I got to meet Mike into MAK. I got to meet Tim. I've known James for like an eternity because look how old he is.
James, are you going to take that from him?
No, I know where he lives.
Unfortunately, he knows way to my front door. For real.
It's okay. So this obviously as the kids table, but we're not exact. None of us are exactly kids here, and Freddie's drinking near beer.
Near beer, and it's it's right after work. I got to slow down. It's helping me hit the brakes a little bit. It's been a crazy day.
Yeah,
and I just Lord, today really all this is happening today, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It's
today. Well, James, you're new to the kids table here. You want to introduce yourself real quick?
You bet. I'm James, AA5PD. I hail somewhere in Oklahoma, out here where the deer and the wildlife roam. As you can see from my background, I've got lots of trees and, but anyway, I've been kind of new to the YouTube scene. Just still kind of upcoming, I guess you might say, but having a blast doing it.
James has got a little channel called the Amateur Radio Guy that he's just getting off the ground, and he has got I know you guys don't know James, but I've known James for many, many years in very many different roles of this life. But when it comes to ham radio and building stuff, James is the most meticulous guy I know because he gives me the discipline I need to not junk it up. When you're building something and you want to take a shortcut, it's like, I really don't need that over there. And then I think, WWJD, what would James do? And then I backtrack. I'm like, no, I can't be janking this all up. I need to do it the right way. I need to do it the James way. And that inspires me to build something that looks like something. And James is the guy for that. I'm here to tell you.
Good deal. James, Freddie Mac said you had a YouTube channel.
I do.
Can we get a link?
You can. I don't have the access to that, so he may have to put it on there for us.
Let me get it up here.
Also have a website.
There we go. So if I go here, I go there, and I go here, and there we go. Boom,
Yeah, I wasn't able to find it, but
boom,
I should know it.
boom. He doesn't have
It's
a whole lot of subscribers yet. We just breached 100, but we're getting there. We just got started.
That's why, because I
hey,
spelled it completely different.
you got to put the dashes in there, and I need to go in and edit
Mm.
that. I really want to take that out, but I'm not. I haven't had opportunity. I've had too much on my plate. So
Yeah, it's been a busy time. It seems like the frickin' season is just picking up a lot quicker than I thought it would this year. We had, I woke up yesterday morning. I don't know about James, but I woke up yesterday morning to my phone going off like there was an Amber Alert, only it wasn't an Amber Alert. It was a tornado warning. I'm like, what the crap is this? I took my
Oh,
earplugs
man.
out and the tornado sirens were going off. I'm like, holy smokes. Dude,
we're
I was
we're
awake.
still
I didn't need any coffee.
we're still supposed to have snow and cold weather, and got the heaters going, and now we got tornadoes. That's just
Yeah. It wasn't what, a week and a half ago? We had a freaking ice storm.
minus.
We couldn't drive
Yeah,
anywhere for 3 days.
crazy.
And that's
Today has been interesting. We've been bouncing between downpour rain and snow,
For
and
real?
here in central Indiana. So I was just looking. It says it's 34 degrees outside right now. So, but it was snowing around 5 o'clock today, pretty heavily too.
Oh,
So
man.
Yeah, we were getting rain today. I don't know if it's still raining or not, but after 5 o'clock, 5:30, it was raining pretty hard.
We ended up having an F1 tornado over by Morris, north of Morris, a little town in our county. And that day after the initial storms went through that morning, the sun came out, partly cloudy. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad temperature. And then about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the north wind came ripping in like nobody's business, flipping things over off the porch and cold air behind it. And I'm like, okay, well, winter's back. Spring left, winter's back again.
We had consistent winds in some of our counties here that were in the 80s, 80 mile per hour.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
wind damage up at the county seat. It's just what the fudge is going on? The work's been crazy. So
we got some giveaways tonight to celebrate Freddie's big accomplishment. But we need to do a quick test. So we're actually simul streaming tonight. So this is going out both on the Ham Radio Kids Table channel, but also Freddie has linked his channel. So some of you are watching on there. What we need to test tonight is to find out if the giveaway tool is going to see comments from both channels to register. And we want to make sure that we get that so everybody has an opportunity to get entered in. So if you guys could do me a favor, and if the people that are over on Freddie's channel that are watching it, specifically on Freddie's channel, if you could throw just like a 1 in the chat, and let's see if those get picked up.
It shows there's 15 watching on my channel and 25 watching on the Kids Table channel. And I threw a 1 in my chat, and we'll see what happens. Ooh, Randall. Hey, Randall's in there. Thank you for being in there, Randall Rash. KR5EE. Well, here they come.
Yeah.
There's KE6JGAE, the Hillbilly Ham. I see him on there a lot. All right, there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So
Ooh,
I've got 4 people that the thing is picked up from the chat, but I'm not. Jeff, whose chat did you put yours in? Yours got picked up.
Kids Table.
Okay. That's what I'm afraid of. It looks like it's picking up just the ones in the Kids Table.
Okay, let me put a Kids Table link again over in my live chat.
Again, if you're in Freddie's live chat, come over to the Ham Radio Kids Table if you want to get a giveaway. Your chance to win a giveaway.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Here
the
we
kicker.
go.
Yeah,
That's the kicker.
You won't win, guaranteed, but you have a chance to win. So
all right, and I'm gonna drop out for just a second. So Fred, if you want
Uh-oh.
to just take it here, I'll be right back. All right.
Who is that? I bet that was Tim that's pinging APRS. I keep hearing it. I can't hear people talking across the room, but I can hear APRS pinging
Well,
in the
it's
background.
funny that you said that. My APRS is actually off right now, but
Oh, well, that's got to be Tim then. I bet Tim's
I did
pinging.
go get my hearing test done.
I already know my hearing sucks. I just don't know how
I
bad
knew
I
it
can-
was. I knew it was going to be
Yep. Don. Oh,
an
I'm
issue.
sorry. Here we go.
but not
Now the
that
problem I
big.
needed to fix is fixed.
Oh, cool.
Don asked if he can be in both. You can absolutely be in both,
Sure.
and we'd appreciate it. But for this, you'll need to in the giveaways that you want to enter, you'll need to be in the Ham Radio Kids table chat.
And be sure to hit the like button on both of them if you're there.
That's true. And subscribe and share. And
Yes.
do all that YouTube stuff.
Do the things.
Now, in addition to actually to YouTube, we're also simul streaming on Twitch and Rumble too. So
Ooh.
there we go. So if you guys are watching
Twitch.
for there,
So Rumble, is it a video platform or is it like a
it is
Twitter kind of a thing?
it's basically YouTube with
Free speech.
with free speech.
With less values. Oh no, I hadn't been over there yet. I keep hearing about it, and I'm I'm doing my best to keep up as it is. But I thought I'm hearing good things.
It's I would suggest that I know several people are doing it regardless of your content.
Yeah, and the more people
Put
you
it
can
up there
reach, the
because-
better, right?
Well, and that's true, and that's why I'm looking at like Twitch and other forums. When I do live streams on the Gray Man Poda channel, I also do it on Facebook and X too.
Yeah,
And they just won't let me. I haven't established enough history yet to do it on those platforms with this channel. But
I was going to do it on X, but it says he had to be a premium member. Is that right?
you do, yes.
Is that an exorbitant amount of money, or
I
I haven't even looked.
I think the
50,
minimum's like
70.
$11 a month, or $9 maybe a month.
Does that get you verified as an actual person with the little
It
blue check
does.
mark?
It does, and it
Don't
gives you
see
the
those.
ability to cut some of the ads out, and
Yeah, it's
and
always
it
a
gives you
plus.
analytics and the ability to host files up there and actually make content. I mean, be eligible to get paid for posted content. I mean, there are people, the Substack seems to be a big one, and
Substack. I did hear about that one too.
premium content with X and stuff like that. You don't have to pay if you want to. If you're just going to be like, one of these somebody that's just going to, surf X and post occasionally and stuff like that.
Right.
You also, and if you're like me, you mess stuff up, it gives you an hour to erase or edit your text too, which is also nice. Because I don't know how many times I've misspelled a word or
I just delete it and repost
I
it.
have to do the same thing because it's like, gosh, dang it, I misspelled a word or my fat fingered into some phrase, and I'm like, I'm just delete the whole damn post.
well, there is that. So, Freddie, quick question: Did you put together like this montage of videos, kind of a highlight reel or something for us to show tonight?
I really am working on it, but I didn't get finished because I've got slammed at work, and 2 days a week, semi-retired guy, and I am so busy right now, it's not even funny. And a couple of projects at home has really tied up my time, so I haven't finished it yet.
Well, okay. I was going to say, Mrs. Freddie Mac gets a pass, of course. But
yeah,
did you let the part-time gig know that they're cutting into,
Well, I did, and then the next paycheck came, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, there's that. Okay,
I am for sale,
Fair.
apparently.
that is fair.
Taryn in the chat says he needed a joke from Dad Joke Wednesday, so I got one for him. What did the buffalo say to his son?
What did he say?
Bye, son.
Yeah. Who's got the soundboard? What?
I
Didn't
actually
preach.
lost 5 seconds of my life. I'll never get back. Right
We'll
there.
never get it back. Oh my gosh, I've been having so much fun with Dad Joke Wednesday. It's not even funny, and I think I'm the only one laughing sometimes. But Dad, I love a corny joke.
they're pretty funny. They start rolling in early Wednesday morning.
Yeah, I
and
try
so
to release them around 6 a.m. my time.
they start the day for me. So Traveling Ham says the best way to find a typo is to hit send, and that is an absolutely 100% true
Preach it, brother.
statement.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is no joke.
And John is asking about iGate or WinLink or something. Are we still getting the APRS?
I'm hearing it in the background. I'm hearing it, but I don't know where it's coming from.
I
Not for
do
me.
not have.
I love
The only
the
thing I've
sound.
got going on, I don't know if you guys can see it. I've got the hotspot for the WPSD hotspot
Oh, I see that.
on
I see
the
your hand
monitor
clock
there.
back there.
Yeah.
One of my cohort collaborators over on the Ham Radio Crusader Discord channel, Jory, W5GLE, is working on, and he may have perfected it by now, but he's working on an instance of All Star Link that also has ham clock installed.
Nice.
So you can do
Really?
your All Star Link node and put a monitor on it and show your ham clock off. Now I don't know if it's ready yet, but I think the I'll link it and put it out on the website or out on the YouTube channel pretty soon, because he's got a GitHub as well, and we collaborate a lot. He's a lot smarter than I am, but man, is he teaching me some stuff. I can make a script, then he'll come along and say, okay, we need to do this now and make it better and make some backups, maybe keep some logs. I'm like, yeah, that was actually a great idea. And he's saving me from myself. But because I can make an automated file, a script file, pretty decent, but he comes in and makes it safe. I don't want to say safe. It takes precautions that I didn't take, especially if you're messing with rpt.conf. You want to back it up first. In case something goes wrong, you'll have a backup. Everybody wants a backup. But
That is a safe bet there.
yeah, boy.
Always be
Everybody
backing up.
Yeah, Jeff can attest to that, right?
Oh yeah, my backup Time Machine on the Mac has saved my bacon twice. Once very recently, and I almost thought I had to do it again because I see an issue on my computer right now when before we started, and I swear to God, this is one of the signs that I saw that there was an issue. And I tried everything that had issues before, and it's only this one thing, so that's a good thing. So
And
I don't know why
ran
this thing is not working.
I haven't ran my Time Machine. Well, when you had that problem, I hadn't ran my Time Machine in like 3 months, and I went ahead and ran it. It took all night long, but when it
Do you have
finished the next morning,
do you have a desktop or a laptop?
it's a MacBook Pro.
All right, so yeah, that's a little bit harder to keep your USB drive connected, or
So I usually,
or if you do it over Wi-Fi, it's a lot harder to do. It's a lot
Lord,
slower.
no, I don't do that.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, shake your head a little bit there, man.
Oh, you're locked up.
Video froze.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. We were talking about that.
You got to be.
I think what happens is when you freeze, if the video just pauses, yeah, and it to save on bandwidth instead of it's like a variable bandwidth type thing instead of moving. So you have to every once in a while move.
Because the algorithm's like, he's not moving, freeze him.
Well, actually, I was on the other page trying to get everyone's YouTube channel URLs.
Well,
So
thank you for that.
I could be like Frankie on the spot.
Yes, it's amazing because I can't remember to do that.
Frank is on the spot.
Frank must be working like double overtimes again because I haven't seen him in a while.
He did post something in our Discord today, maybe yesterday. I don't remember.
Dude, I've been on boots on the ground running today. We had a new server show up that had to get installed, and they were supposed to be at the office between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. and then they didn't show. So 11:30 rolls around. I'm like, we need to call them, and they were coming to the county building, and they went to the city building instead. Had the server unpacked in the rack and was fixing to start the data transfer until I had their people call them, and they're like, hey, you're at the wrong place.
Just make sure one thing.
Jeez.
You say we need to make sure that the server's backed up, and we mean not having a duplicate server sitting in the closet for 5 freaking years.
Exactly.
We need a backup strategy.
We
And a
keep the
second
old server
computer
in place.
is not a backup.
No, and we've got
God, I've seen that happen.
we got a
saw
cloud
that happen.
backup and a local backup. Actually, we do a double redundant backup. So about twice a week, twice a month, I go in there and switch out the external hard drive backup, which is actually a second backup. But now I've got 2 copies that are only a few days behind each. So
You
it's a
should be
little peace of mind.
at least 3 different strategies to back up your computer.
Yes,
And
sir.
I only got one.
We're lucky to have 2.
Yeah. If
Golly.
money was not an object, I would have so much storage. It would be insane.
Oh yeah, just a crazy, crazy amount.
I've got a little bit of storage here. I was able to get a NAS. It's like a 24 terabyte NAS.
Jeez.
You got a was it Sonos? Not Sonos.
Synology.
Synology. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
thinking of.
Synology. And so yeah,
We're about to get that at work.
yeah, they're not bad. I mean, we use
Well,
them in an enterprise environment for, backup to the
You gotta
backup
have it
stuff.
these days, man. You just gotta have it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a offline. We use them as like offline storage,
Right.
Yeah, but not, but not, not enterprise stuff. I mean, I've got petabytes of storage that we do. So I
That's
mean,
the world we live in.
that's all enterprise grade, storage strung across a couple places.
Gotta have it, man. Gotta have it.
It is. Yes, you do. Unfortunately, it's everything is creating data. So let's see here. It is about 25 minutes after the hour. Do we want to go ahead and
Hey, yeah, we might as well give away
Do it.
something. I've got 3 things to give away. Actually, 2 of them are mine, and James over at Quirky QRP is going to donate. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can do this, and I'll show you real quick what it is. If I can do this and then this. Ooh.
oh, hang on a second. Let me
Embiggen me.
can I embiggen?
It's the Bro. You even monitor 146.52? Dude, I got 2 little interesting stories that happened in the same day. Let me see if I can change that back. When I was driving to Huntsville Hamfest last August. Yeah, it was Huntsville Hamfest. I'm driving down the road. And of course, I always monitor 5.2. And I don't know, newer model SUV pulls up alongside of me, and the window rolls down, and the lady that's driving it reaches over the passenger and goes, and I'm like, 5.2. Oh, that's the Colin channel. So yeah, I switched over to the Colin channel, and her husband, who was sitting next to her, was like a 70-something-year-old ham, and we had a long, awesome discussion about his ham career, my ham career, our actual careers, and really nice, long, cool. He was just super cool guy. And he pulls over. They have to go stop and get gas. I keep on going. And next thing I know, 5-10 minutes later, somebody else is calling out on 5.2. And he and I have a discussion for another 50 miles. It was just like, you know what? This is cool. Nobody around my neck of the woods uses 5.2 that much. And you could be just meeting any particular stranger and having a good conversation. So monitor 5.2, y'all. I mean, we're hams, for goodness sakes. Or the 70-centimeter Colin channel. It's frequency I can't remember right now. But it's just, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Colin down in VK, he said that he doesn't monitor the frequency because they're calling frequencies 146,500.
And he's where? Land down under?
Yep.
Yeah. It's got to be different. Aussie's got to be different.
They do, don't they?
No, but don't get me wrong. I sure would love to visit down there someday, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm so scared to fly. I'm afraid I'd have to get on a boat and it'd be like a 6-month ride, probably. I don't know. How long does it take to travel by boat?
All right.
All right.
So,
first item up for giveaway tonight is, might as well just do this. This is the Quanshang.
oh, wait a minute. Are we doing the Quanchang or are we doing
I've got-
the Quirky t-shirt?
T-shirts last.
Oh, well,
T-shirts last.
Got to reset then. Hold on a second.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted to show that off because I had it on there and I didn't want to forget because old man memory, you know.
That's fair. That is fair.
The Quansheng UV5R Plus. It's the Quansheng that kind of looks like a Baofeng UV5R, only it's got
Kind
the blue
of.
string. Yeah, it looks a lot like it
Yeah.
chassis wise, but it's got a blue background LED, and I have flashed this with that. Nope, this one has the original firmware. This one has the original firmware in it. Pretty sure. I've changed so many radios over the days. I can't remember what's what. Yeah, this is the original firmware on this one. Dual band. I want to say this one does about 5-6 watts on VHF. Pretty good speaker. I mean, it's a Quansheng. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, but the FM receiver works really good. The UHF VHF works really good. The only thing about this one, then from the UVK5, is where the USB-C port normally is. They didn't put one in. It has a drop charger that will come with it, but it has a higher capacity battery. This thing lasts for days. If I can get it off of there, I'll tell you
Is
what.
high capacity battery legal?
Beats far out of me.
Huh.
3,800 milliamp hours. That's pretty
Mhm.
big for a little, because you can tell it's wider. And if you trim off this little tab right here, it will fit a UVK5.
There you go.
Just
All right, I'm going to throw it. I don't have a splash screen here, so I just slapped it in the chat. UV5R
chat.
Plus. If you type that in the chat, we'll start getting some entries here.
So all letters together are UV5R and the plus sign, lowercase.
Yep.
Is it a
all
case
lowercase.
sensitive situation?
Yeah, I believe it is.
I
Let's
think
just
it
assume
is.
it is. Yeah.
Wow, look at all those people that want that radio.
Come on down. I tell you what, my wife, if you've seen the HT farm that I've developed here, it's not healthy. My wife will be so glad to see a few of them leaving the house. For
There
real.
we go.
She's like, I'll even take it down to the post office for you.
She probably would, as long as I'm
Yeah.
paying for it.
There you go.
Oh man, the rain is pouring down. I finally got back to the right live chat. So
I bought a Quansheng radio right before Hamvention. Huntsville. It was Huntsville.
oh yeah.
I have no complaints with it.
Oh no.
I like it. It's the prison orange.
Oh
And,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's not the prison edition, but it's prison orange, and it's not bad. Not
If
bad
I
at
had
all.
if I had the power to change anything about it, I would probably put just a little bit better speaker on it, because it's a little higher toned, which is not a problem for me, but I
Mhm.
like, it's less tinny on a lot of the other walkies, but this thing will, as far as range and power goes, keeps up with everything else, and the receiver's amazing. And I want to say it does aircraft receive too, doesn't it, James?
Yes.
I was thinking it did. Nifty little radios. And that particular model, I got it not because it looked like a UV5R, but I like the blue LED background. But the battery capacity is like, holy smokes, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Nate's on the wrong stream here. I think he was supposed to be on Greg's stream giving away the Flex 8600.
Oh, we're not giving away a Flex, Nate, but we'll take one.
You could throw my name in the hat for that.
Yeah. Could you
Yeah.
put our names in the chat? It's also
Yeah. We'll take it.
shoot, yes.
So it looks like John and maybe Chris Bricker have got the prison edition of the Vero in was it in 76 coming?
In 76. I didn't know they made a prison version of that radio. I missed that.
Yeah.
I got the tactical color for mine. That's a
Yeah.
nifty little radio now.
I believe
thoroughly impressed.
is that the one that does? It's got the Bluetooth TNC and all that stuff in it.
Yes,
Okay,
it does.
okay.
And it's so easy to program their app. No offense to other radios out there with a Bluetooth app, but their app is not janky. It just works. Jeff, you got one, don't you? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the tactical too, didn't you?
Yeah, not
Love
because
that.
you got it first. It's because that's the one I wanted.
Yes, and don't get me wrong, I like the other colors, but that's my theme right there.
Is that green or is that camel?
It's like a desert sand.
Like a
Yeah,
camel.
it's like FDE.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I tell you what, that is a nifty radio.
And what model
Yes.
is that?
The Virotech N76.
VRN76.
Yeah, VRN76. For some reason, I have a really tough time remembering that model. But the B-Tech isn't it identical or like really close? I was thinking the feature set was the
It's
same.
just about identical. It's not has the keypad's a little bit different, and it has the weather built into it. Although I just program all my radios to have in the weather channels in the memory slot. So hell, if I'm going to need 999 freaking memories,
Shoot, I could fill
might
it
as well
up.
use them for something.
Mhm.
All righty. I think we have hit the number here. So I'm going to tell the
notepad open here. I should have
thing here to go ahead and choose a winner. It's going to probably just pop up in the chat, I think. This tool is not as refined. Did it pop up there? Roger McKeon? Roger.
Roger one.
Roger.
So how would you would you just want them to email
I
you
want
or
them to email me at kd5fmu@gmail.com. That's Kilo Delta 5 Foxtrot Mike Uniform @gmail.com. What's his name again? Roger? Is it RODG or ROGER? I missed it.
RODGER?
Do you have a call sign?
Roger, go ahead and put your call sign in the
Yeah,
in the chat
helps
there.
us, everybody. We all love to track each other down.
That's right.
Yeah, send me an email at kd5fmu@gmail.com. Reference the giveaway for the Quansheng UV5R Plus so I can get a good address for you. And once it's out the mail, I'll send you a tracking number. Now, it may come snail mail, and an alert to all of those out there listening. If you end up being in a country outside of the United States, you're going to have to help me with shipping. Because, dang, shipping, it's nuts right now for anything out of the country. Now, I just printed a shipping label from Mississippi today for a decent sized box. It's not too big, and it was under $10 with insurance. But I've had some real dillies lately that were stupid high. All right.
Who were you using for your shipping, Freddie?
Shippo. I use the Shippo service to print my labels. You know, it's my boxes, and they seem to been giving me some pretty good prices.
Yeah,
if they have price increases, they tell you ahead of time, and they keep track of all my shipments. So, and they'll email the guy that that's getting the package or what have you, let them know it's coming, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
it really helps out.
That's good. That's good. I've used Pirate Ship.
I've used Pirate Ship. I have an account there as well, and the prices are their platforms are pretty close to being the same. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, but sometimes I'll compare prices to keep everybody honest.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there is not. Because, dang, it's like the price of eggs. It's going up every stinking day.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, I just finished a video. I want to tell everybody about this. About 4, 5, 6 months ago, with the help of one of the guys at ASL3, I put I put a Pi hat, and it's not an actual Pi hat. It's a hat board for a Raspberry Pi that allows you to put an NVMe drive on a Raspberry Pi 5.
Okay.
And for those that you don't know, it's like an SSD drive. They look like this, very thin. They look like a sticker RAM, but they're a solid state hard drive. This particular one is 256 gig. I think I put 128 on the other one, but I just finished a video that'll be coming out soon where I put a hat board on a Raspberry Pi 5. I put 256 gig NVMe drive on it and make it the bootable drive, and it'll have ASL3 on it. Nifty little sucker, because you've got all kinds of space now. The drive runs way faster. The drive has a longer lifespan than an SD card.
Yep.
And you've got something to bank on, because I've used a lot of nodes and I've rewritten a lot of SD cards, and I use a good brand. I use SanDisk, but they will fail on you. They'll fail on you quicker.
Yeah.
So
Everything will fail on you. It's a
exactly.
matter of time.
You just
Yep.
got to be prepared for it for reals. But this
Mhm.
will
Realsies.
give you a chance to put in a web server if you want to, or a file server, or some kind of other whatnot. It gives you options to do more with your Raspberry Pis than than just all Starlink. So, see,
I
Bill's in
see.
the chat there.
Yeah, Bill's in the chat there. Bill, there's a link on the Discord channel if you want to jump in and join us. Help Freddie Mac celebrate that 7,000
Man,
subscribers.
and I still can't get over that because I'm up to 7,050 already, and it's been a true blessing. I've been averaging about 300 subs a month, and I don't know. I really didn't anticipate this. I really, really didn't. I just wanted to get some videos out there in the beginning to help those with, and initially it was Ham VoIP All Starlink because I just couldn't find anything organized enough. And my stupidity at the beginning was, okay, I thought Ham VoIP and ASL was the same thing as far as the software platforms, and they are not.
Mm-mm.
I screwed up a lot of setups.
Mhm.
But dude, there wasn't an organized, set of videos or anything that could help you get that initial setup done. And I thought, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. And it's gotten a tremendous response from everybody. And I can't say thank you enough because the response has been super. I appreciate it very, very
Well,
much.
Freddie, how do we go from man that's getting ready to retire to ham tuber? How walk us through that?
I tell you what,
Tell us your story.
it was almost a spur of the moment kind of a thing because like I said a million times, when the time came, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about, I really need to retire. My health is not bad, but it's not great. I'm in a younger man's profession, and I'm pretty sure I'm close to my time. So I called up my retirement foundation that I was, that we're part of with the county, and I said, I need to know when I'm eligible for retirement. And they said, okay, fill out this form, send it in, and I did. And a few days later, they called me. It's like, they didn't send me a letter. They called me personally, like, dude, you could have retired last year. I'm like, oh crap, for reals? And they're like, yeah. But if you stay, this was like in August or September, and they said if you stay until July of next year, you'll get a bump in pay, and you'll be good to go. And time to plan, a whole 9 yards. So I'm like, yeah. Well, I put the paperwork in, and told my boss, whole 9 yards. And I had already been, I'd already late December. Let's see, late November, December of 2022, I think is when I actually started the channel, but I didn't post anything till January 2023. But I'd already started watching Ham Radio 2.0, Ham Radio Crash Course, KM4ACK like crazy because I'm like, you know what? I want to get back to ham radio in the worst way because I put it on the back burner for so many years. I still had a 2 meter laying around. I always, used to always have a radio in the truck, and I didn't. And I'm like, you know what? I'm getting ready to retire, and it's time to go back to that. Well, that is when I watched Jason's live stream and discovered All Starlink. I'm like, holy smokes, this is a lot like Echolink, but it doesn't stink.
That's a very valid point.
Yeah.
And James can attest to this. He turned me on to Echolink. We thought, hey, this has got potential.
Mhm.
And I think James had a node, and I had a node at my house, and crazy stuff. And I mean, you couldn't get past these announcements. I mean, somebody connect for 2 seconds, and then you listen to them and connect for 3 seconds. They're on for 2, then another 3 seconds for them to disconnect. And I'm like, this is nuts.
Yep.
And it's just like, I just can't do that anymore. And then All Starlink comes along. This has got potential. So yeah,
Mhm.
it kind of rolled right into that. And it's like, I always wanted to know Linux, any form of Linux. I tried Ubuntu. I had tried some Red Hat. I tried a little bit of Debian at one time, and I knew I wanted it, but I didn't realize that there were so many versions of Linux out there, and not all birds of the same color either. So it was when I got into All Starlink, Ham VoIP was, it's Arch Linux, and I had to learn it, or you don't learn it, or you don't get anything done, And that's why I was so thankful that the guys at All Starlink came out with All Starlink version 3, because it's so more user compatible. Yeah, there is some difficult parts to it if you really want to get into the details of it and, make it unique or elegant. Other than the basic vanilla package, you've got to do a few things, but it's not near as hard as it was, and things are getting a lot easier. And I've got a guy contacting me today to help me out with security stuff. We were SSH, we were enabling Root to get into the SSH sessions. He's got some answers for me that will make things more secure. He's going to verse me in the coming weeks. So that's knowledge I'd really like to get out there. But
Well, that's good. I mean, my fear as an IT professional, my fear is that some people are opening up their nodes through their firewall because
yeah,
it makes it easier, right? And
yeah, that's
you
my
know,
fear.
well, some of us that are old enough that grew up in IT. I mean, we remember the concept of and this is still practiced, security through obscurity, right?
Yes.
It used to be, well, no, nobody would ever want to hack my stuff. Well, yeah, they do, buddy.
I was always told myself I'm not that interesting. Apparently I am.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much you per se, but
Right.
if you've got a high speed connection or any connection that they can take advantage of, there's value to it for
And
somebody.
that's what
So,
they're after.
and that's and so I think sometimes we people set stuff up but don't truly understand what they're doing or the ramifications of what they're doing. And so I'm glad you're showing these, and I'm glad that you're getting some people that can help
Yeah. Just make
help
things.
you help people lock it down a little bit tighter and just get a little bit better understanding. But I tell you, ASL for me, the newer version, when I got my my node, I went straight to ASL because I didn't want to deal with what was it, 15-year-old version of
Yeah. And don't get me
um,
wrong, VoIP still works. It's just,
it
I want that
works.
security.
And
again,
that's true.
if they were to
I-
log into your VoIP node, they're in it with root access. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that could give them a license to do whatever they want.
And
I did.
that's
Yeah.
that's a very true statement, very valid statement, right? And at least with the ASL version, they run, what is that? That's what version
ASL
is
is
that?
running asterisk 20.
Asterisk 20. But what's the underlying operating system? Which version?
Debian 12.
Debian 12.
Even 12.
Yep.
So it's okay. So it's current.
Or Raspbian. If you're on a Raspberry Pi, it's Debian 12 with a different kernel for Raspberry Pi. So it's basically at its guts, it's all Debian 12. And I tell you what, I am a fan. I am a total big fan. Debian is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little more documented.
It really is. And the support, and they're continuously supporting it, and they're continuing, because I think I learned this I love to learn history about everything. Debian was named after Debbie and Ian, the two people that created it. So
There
it's
you
kind of
go.
a conversion to their name. And I believe Ian has passed away since its creation. So, but the team that works on it is continuously developing it. So, hey, rock on, you want something that's got some support, for goodness sakes. But it's an amazing little
All right.
piece.
So do we have another giveaway?
We do. We have the Quanchang UVK5 this time, but this one is flashed with the Exemer version 0.22. There may be a newer version of this firmware this allows you to change the size of your font on the screen. It gives you more functionality. Before, I think you couldn't adjust the brightness of the screen very much. There wasn't a lot of that. This one will adjust that, plus your font sizes, and it will even do some, I think it does some shortwave receive, but there is a board that you can get for these to add on to enhance that a great deal, which I haven't done yet. That's, a future project, because Quanchangs are like super hackable. This one has the USB-C charging on the side. It will come with a drop charger as well. It's not as high capacity battery as the other model, but just as good. Works really, really well. And I don't have it on the channel I thought I did. Let me see if that's on. Really good speaker on them. That's my home all-star node. Got a signal meter. Nito Mosquito, the UV K5 Quanchang. I'm sorry, the
Nito.
UV. Yeah, it's the UV K5. Yeah.
Nito Mosquito.
Nito Mosquito. Very programmable. And I tell you what, I always like if we go to a show or something like that, I always like to have a throwdown radio on me. I'll have to have a Quanchang or a U or a Baofeng, because if I want to drop it, I'm not going to be too worried about it.
Well,
But
you never know, man. I mean, sometimes you got to
just
drop
know.
your radio and run from the popo.
Or throw it at them.
That's,
Mhm.
It's whatever works. But
there you go.
I always have my one of my Yesus handy too.
All right. I am throwing a new word up in the chat, and it is 7,000 subs.
Oh, there you go.
7000 SUBS.
Man, I'm still geeking out about that a little bit, and it's not a brag, man. It's really ain't, because I really never expected to get this far in subs, because I thought, if I did, it'd be great. But I'm just the guy talking about All-Star, following other people around, trying to learn YouTube stuff. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back. I went like 2 or 3 days ago. I went back and started watching my very first videos, and I'm like, God, I'm surprised people are still watching this stuff. My first videos were awful.
All of ours were.
Dude, 37-minute long videos with a lot of gaps, and my air conditioner going in the background, driving me nuts. Music that was too loud. Yes, I know I played too much music in my videos, and I've just about cut that out altogether. And this last video that I did, there's some time-lapse sequence in there in a couple of places. So I threw in a little elevator music, right? YouTube hits me with a monetization share because they're not, I'm like, really? They're not open. It's not open source. What do you call that? Copyright free.
Public domain.
Public domain. Yes. Like, really? You're hitting me up for elevator music. Just, I'm going to have to find some smooth jazz band down on their luck and pay for some original music. Oh,
Wow.
it is what it is. But you know what? Still having a lot of fun. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
So you talked about your first video. What was your first video?
Oh, dude. You know what? Because I'll never forget. I was thinking so hard. What is my first video going to be? What do I say? What do I do? I had just, weeks before, figured out how in HamVoIP, when you could go into the cron tab and throw in your zip code to add, because you already had by default the top of the hour time announcement, which I thought that's a neat little feature. Well, if you go in there and you throw in your zip code in the right space in that cron tab line, it would come up and give you the time, the temperature, and weather conditions. And I thought, that is bad to the bone. As a matter of fact, I want to say James turned me on to that.
And that's your first YouTube video?
That's my first ham radio Crusader YouTube video.
Okay.
Yeah. I have another channel called Okie Archaeology, which I actually started first. I've only got a handful of videos on it I need to get back to, but it's focused on small town Oklahoma history and events in Oklahoma. And I think the last one that I did was about the Crybaby Bridge in Creek County, Oklahoma.
Creek County. Yep.
And I think every state has a Crybaby Bridge somewhere. I bet you. Does Delaware have a Crybaby Bridge, Jeff?
I don't think so.
Have you ever heard the saga of Crybaby Bridge?
No, but I did see the movie.
There's a movie about it.
Yeah.
Well, I must
Johnny
live under a
Depp.
rock.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull the
Go ahead.
trigger on this one. I haven't seen any more.
Dude, I'm getting old.
All right. Nate.
Okay.
Nate.
Quanchang UB K5 to Nate. Do we have a call sign? Nate.
Nate, drop your call sign in the chat, please.
Makes us easier to find you. But Nate, send me an email to katie5fmu@gmail.com, Kilo Delta 5 Foxtrot Mike Uniform @gmail.com, and give me your address to make sure that because I don't know if your QRZ page will be right. I don't even know if you're a ham. I suspect that you are, but hey, it's okay if you're not. It's not like we're dealing in foreign goods here or something. or Cheap
Of
Johnny
note,
Critters.
there is a Crybaby Bridge. According to Google's AI,
Shake
the
your head again,
Crybaby Bridge.
Jeff.
What?
There you go. Shake your head again. There you go.
Back
That's kind of a Max Headroom moment there.
Baby Ridge.
All right, I don't know if this is going to work because Restream really stinks. Crybaby Bridge, also known as Old Maggie's Bridge, is a haunted bridge in Delaware, located near Woodland, Delaware.
Do you want to share?
Oh, God.
You don't have
Now you
to.
got to get me to share this.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We only got a few minutes left. We need to get that other.
It's
Okay.
in Woodland, Delaware. Look up Woodland, Delaware. and look for the
Woodland,
bridge.
Delaware. I'm
There
going to
you go.
research that later because I swear there's one in every state, and I bet Oklahoma just about has one in every county because this county that I'm in, I didn't grow up in. I came down here to work, and they had one too. So, I'm like, that kind of took the punch out of it.
One by Shelter.
Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Shelter, Oklahoma, the smallest town probably in this area.
Yeah.
Had to have a crybaby bridge. All right, Prep Hand Prawl, thanks you for coming. I appreciate the congrats, buddy. Take care. Thanks for coming by. So, Nate, be sure and send me that. I didn't get your call sign, buddy. So send me that email, kd5fmu@gmail.com. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Excuse me. You can see this. This is the last prize. Thank you to James.
Hang on. Got him big in it.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
Thank you, James,
needed
at Quirky QRP has graciously offered to give away a bro. You even monitor 145.52 megahertz t-shirt from the Quirky QRP. You guys got to get over there. I came back over here and looked at some stuff the other day. And I'm like, there was a ton of stuff that was new. He's got it all. And I want to spend all my money here. And I'm like, man, I need to research. I've got to be very careful. I won't have any money to spend. But for the Quirky QRP t-shirt, just whatever you want to throw in the live stream there,
Right.
Tim.
And it is maybe in there.
I'm going to throw the link to that.
Quirky Bro.
Quirky Bro.
Bro.
See, let me go to the right stream here. I'm going to throw that link to that t-shirt in there because if you do win, I'll need to know a size and a color for that t-shirt for the winner. Okay, so let me get my notepad actually ready this time so I'll be prepared for once. And we'll put that in there. James over at Quirky QRP has been a tremendous supporter to smaller YouTube channels, and ham on, y'all. Ham on, James. We appreciate
I want to second that. James has been really great to the ham radio community and always comes up with fun, neat, quirky things. And
it really does.
we had James on a few weeks ago.
I've seen a good piece of that. I hadn't got to watch the entire thing yet.
He's got a great backstory, good history, has been a ham radio operator for a long time. And his kind of origin story was living on the island of Guam. And
oh, wow.
That was his, and his family's safety net during typhoons. His dad was a commercial airline pilot. So whenever bad stuff was coming, he had to fly planes out.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So James's mom, him and his siblings were left there on the island to ride out the storm.
Dig a hole and hide in it.
There you go. So
is Guam very far from Bonaire, James Strauss?
Yes.
Are they close or far?
They're pretty far.
Pretty far. Okay. James spent a good deal of time on Bonaire as a young man learning radio stuff the cool way. That would have been an opportunity.
Cool way.
I got to play with big transmitters.
Big. We're talking commercial radio transmitters.
We were 1.2 megawatts combined.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Megawatts.
It's what I'm saying. It's like
You had all the watts.
all of them. Yeah.
All the gigawatts.
And I always
I had
thought
all the watts
KVOO
that-
was big.
You don't run light bulbs there. You just hang a fluorescent tube, and the RF does the rest.
There you go.
Yes.
All righty. I'm going to
Pull the trigger.
pull the trigger here.
Yeah, Guam's over by Japan. Thank you, Chris.
Ah,
I saw that.
copy that. My geography stinks.
And it says anonymous user. Anonymous user.
Well, anonymous user, we actually need to know who you are so I can actually trust the dadgum email that I'm going to get.
That is interesting.
Oh,
Should
my
we disqualify him?
I think I'm gonna say, yeah, we're
goodness. Just about have to.
Unless he can
oh,
provide
too late.
some.
Already hit the button. Too late.
Unless, never mind.
TK Radio Adventures.
TK, as in Tango Kilo,
Yes.
Mhm.
It should have popped
Radio
up in the
Adventures.
Yep.
TK Radio Adventures, if you could please drop your call sign into the chat and send me an email, kd5fmu@gmail.com. I dropped a link in the live stream as to the
Redrop. Here, let me. I'll
see if I
grab
can
it.
do it in my stream again. Maybe it's a link to the Quirky QRP website for that particular T-shirt. If you can get a size and a color to me, I'll send your information on to James at Quirky QRP, and he'll send you a nifty T-shirt out. Absolutely
I got it. I reposted it.
super. I put it in the Ham Radio Crusader live chat as well, so maybe we'll get double coverage that way. But long and short of it, folks, I'm Freddie Mac. I have the Ham Radio Crusader YouTube channel. These are my good friends, Jeff, Tim, and James. They all have YouTube channels. Please go and support them. The smaller YouTube channels won't be small for long, but they get bigger because of you, and we appreciate everything you do for all of us. And it's, we can do a lot of things, but we can't make our channels grow without your help. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support that you've given the Ham Radio Crusader YouTube channel. I can't say it enough. Thank you. And you know what? I love y'all. I really do. I appreciate it because I'm having a blast and you're making a retired man having a little fun. A lot of work, but it's a lot of fun at the same time. So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Freddie. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff. And James. Sorry about that. Senior moment. Thank you guys for coming in and everybody for watching. Paul, the Grouch of New Hampshire, he's got a live stream too coming up right after this one on, I think, the Live Free and Ham stream. So make sure you go and check that out. And don't forget, tomorrow night, Thursday night Ham Tube.
Yes, sir.
The playlist should be posted sometime tomorrow, and we'll have videos leading into the Coffee and Ham Radio's live stream. So,
amen. And support them.
Till we have an opportunity to see each other again. 73,
y'all. Ham on.
Later.